For the longest time, I couldn't help but feel that there's something off about what people told me about different demographics in the world. It always seemed to be that people said that women, minorities, straight white guys or whatever, it felt like they had everything all figured out. That they knew what women wanted, and that the reason why things in games were so problematic is because it might affect women, or it might, disadvantage them or shortchange them in some way. And yet I couldn't help but feel that this was wrong, that for years I had seen evidence to the contrary. Yet constantly I'm being told over and over that this is a problem, and women in the industry are facing this, and women in the industry are facing that, and it just felt that people were speaking for people, but not letting them speak themselves, and that just didn't seem right to me. Whenever you try to show people examples that, show the contrary, they just won't have any of it, and that frustrated me. And I think that Not Your Shield was very necessary, because it basically shows that people, they're done. They're tired with being spoken for. They're tired with being, used as a shield for criticism and against, the very stupid narratives that people try to use to sell their ideology. And I think that meant a lot to me, because for years that frustration had been building up, where people would basically say that, women think this or feel this or are offended by this, and I asked myself, if that was me, and in some cases it has been, I asked myself, if that was me that people were speaking for, how would I feel? If people said that because of the way I was born that I think this way, and because of that things need to change for me, when the simple fact of the matter is, why don't you ask me what I want first? And I think that's why Not Your Shield was important, because things need to change. We're done with the idea that we're offended by everything and we need to be spoken for. We're done with the idea that gaming is something that disadvantages us because we're not straight, white, and male. And I think that gaming as an inclusive hobby needs to be the centerfold. Not Your Shield was certainly necessary for that very purpose.